Hello and hi. Today, after not posting for like a month, I will be giving a little bit of a guide for newer players in this amazing little game that I just love so much. The first little thing that I'm gonna give you is I heavily recommend Battler and Slingshotter as your first towers. These guys can beat Green Mode, the first difficulty. Heavily recommend getting these guys. Because pretty much every other starter tower is mostly useless. This guy sucks. This guy sucks. This guy's fine for early game. And this guy's fine for early game. But his mastery makes him better. Oh yeah, speaking of masteries, this game has towers, which you can see here. Towers. And almost every tower has individual masteries for them that give them little increases. Like with Battler, +1 damage. Your first Battler is refunded. And he gains a 6th upgrade. Or Slingshotter, gaining a bunch of extra little things and even getting a mastered form. Because some towers, some very, very unique towers, I think there's like 7 or so, but these towers have little mastered forms that cost a lot. But I'm pretty sure Slingshotter is the cheapest. And then he turns into BB Gunner, a really good early game tower. Now anyways, before we get into game, forgot to mention this, but there are tons of maps you can play on, right? All scaling from easy difficulty to insane difficulty. Easier difficulty maps are going to be easier and have less of a map multiplier, while harder maps like Cravine or the Heights Legacy, these will give you a higher map multiplier, which is helpful for getting money. But in the beginning, you're either going to want to play on D-Day or just play on some normal easy map like Crossroads or Base Plate. And on all of these maps, you can add modifiers. They make the game a bit harder, and give you their amount of additional difficulty. That is actually how much more money in bricks and XP and money, or bucks. Well, I think bucks at least. It increases them by that amount. But like the 10% from Haunted, or the 25% from True Bloxer. But pretty much any game you're going to want to play, you're going to have True Bloxer. And if you're confident, you can do Doombringer's Blessing, which just makes the bosses have 50% more HP. It's pretty simple. And you can have up to a whole 10 players, which is a lot of players. Really need to put time to get into some games for a little bit of gameplay. Alrighty, we have loaded into the game, and we see Select Your Spire. This is your difficulty. Green is the easy difficulty, yellow is the normal difficulty, and red is hard. I'm going to be just getting into a quick green mode. This mode is extremely easy. Super, super easy. You do not need much to beat this mode. Hence why I was saying that you could beat it with only the battler and the slingshotter. Now if you do want to see that, I could make a separate video for that, but I will not be showcasing it here, just because it would take a while. It would take a pretty long while. But you don't need me to make a video. You could probably do this on your own, just because it is so easy. I've been talking about all this stuff, but you see my inventory. It's a bit different from just battlers and slingshotters. This game has a multitude of different towers. It has damaging towers. It's got early game towers. It has support towers. It has economy towers. My loadout consists of one economy tower, being Mr. Tix. The first one you start at, the one that you can get first. And from Mr. Tix, we go to Tycoon, but that's a mastered form, so you have to kind of have Mr. Tix before you get Tycoon. But who really uses Tycoon in the big 2025? Anyways. After Mr. Tix, which you should have in every loadout, pretty much, I have my battler. My fully mastered battler, because he doesn't have a mastered form. It's coming in some other updates. But I've got mastered battler. He's pretty strong. He's very strong. And I'd actually say he's possibly one of the best early game towers if you have his masteries. Just cause he's just really good, very well rounded. He does a ton of damage on his max level. And as you can see, just 8 level 3 battlers, they're destroying this. Like, it's insane how much they're doing. But never mind that. After battler, we see this little guy, my main DPS. He does a lot of damage. That's pretty much it. I've got my support guys. Rockstar adds damage. Boombox adds attack speed. He's better though. And Shielder prevents stun. That's pretty much a typical loadout you would see by a player. Like a player would use this loadout. Most towers in this game, you are okay with using. They'll end up benefiting you rather than like being bad. I bring this up because this game has a couple different kinds of enemies. This game has a bit more than just some normal guys that walk across your path. As Advisor is saying here, there are flying enemies that will come. Flying enemies can fly. Who would have guessed? And since they fly, you would need someone who can hit them while they're flying. Typically, this would be someone with 10 range, because most flying units require 10 range to see them. In some later difficulties, I believe only there are flying enemies that require 15 range, which is a lot more than 10. Especially when you would normally have to spend a lot of money to level up your guys. Which is why in place of my machinery, so most people would take the Hyper Laser. A amazing tower with insane range. Pretty much full map range on most maps. It is insanely powerful. but never mind. That's only if you're playing like red and you don't have other. The way this game works, money is divided up between people when it comes to wave bonuses. Mr. Tix only makes you money, not other people. Tycoon makes other people money. Good. Getting sidetracked. We're talking about enemy types. There are cloaked enemies. Cloaked enemies require cloaked detection, which you can tell if a tower has it based off of this little purple eye. Which, yeah, it's a purple eye. And it tells you if they can see cloaked guys. It's very, very helpful. Next up are going to be enemies with the no cash modifier. They don't make you money. They suck. Most of the time they don't make you money because they can regenerate, which is not good. You don't want guys that can regenerate because if you cannot out-DPS the regeneration, they cannot die. They will kill you, they will come to your base, and you are dead. There are stunning enemies, as can be seen here. They stun your towers. Some towers can deflect stuns, like my shielder, who just prevents it from happening on nearby towers, but battler, who just by default will parry your stun, parry any stun, which is very, very helpful, because, you know, if you guys get stunned, they can't attack. Yeah. Next up are going to be killing enemies. These guys can kill your towers. This is really bad because you don't get any money back from what you've invested. So if you have a general tower placed down, which is the most expensive tower, costing upwards of $500,000 to place out. If he dies, you don't get any of his money spent refunded, which is really bad. You don't want this. You do not want this. You really don't want this. Which is why you can have Shielder. He can put on max level, put a shield on your towers, which causes them to just straight up be able to tank one of anything. This includes stuns, and this includes killing. It's very helpful. Next up, we're going to talk about boss enemies. These guys will one-shot enemies. There is also a separate kind of enemy in part that can also one-shot your base, but they are fairly easy to deal with. I believe that is all of the enemy types. How much look at that? Easy victory, 8 minutes, and 400 bricks. Amazing. You could make 400 bricks. Oh, I joined the public. You could make 400 bricks so easily. Probably a bit slower than I did, with a bit more difficulty. But you can still make 400 bricks. I don't care about Discord overlay. Yeah, sorry about the little pop-up, but 400 bricks is enough to not buy it. Well, you could buy either of these guys, but not these guys. But, I mean, you won't really buy these guys, or Paintballer, or Swordmaster anyways. I feel like the first thing you should save up for would probably be either Mr. Tix or Rocketeer. I say this because Rocketeer, he is pretty strong, even without Trowler, he kinda sucks. Just gonna put him out there. Unless you're trying to be a support a support kind of guy in your team, I would not recommend using him. And even if you are, there are so many better guys that you can bring. Arsenal, one of my personal favorite towers. Just because he helped me, like this guy alone with no money towers with like a battler, I guess, can beat green mode. So and it speeds up your green mode wins by a lot as well. And he can help you beat yellow mode with the help of Rocketeer. Oh yeah, that reminds me, there is one other type of enemy that kinda needs you to bring some unique kind of towers like this guy. They are shielded enemies. They will oftentimes reduce your damage to a very low amount, which is why you would want fast shooting guys. You would also want guys with explosion damage, because there are tons of guys, enemies, that only take damage from explosions, or like other damages are lowered by 10. So make sure you keep that in mind if you're playing it hard or yellow for the first time. Ray Gunner. He's kinda meh. I don't really see people use him. Cloner. I would recommend getting this guy. He's great. He's great at helping out your teammates. He's good early game. Actually, I'd say he's great early game. And next update, he's getting a master form, so it might be worth getting him. 6-shooter. This guy is crazy. He actually, by himself, with his first 2 masteries, with the help of a heavy gunner or a hyper laser, can just beat yellow mode with those 2 towers. Light work, no reaction. Now we're on to the advanced towers. These guys are really, really expensive, but they're good. Really good. We start with Spawn. Spawn is an amazing tower. They spawn guys. I actually have Spawn's Mastered Form unlocked, because Spawn is so good. And the Mastered Form is even better. If, like, it is most of the time better. But if you're in solo, normal Spawn's probably better. We have the Pianist. He's good early game. He's a bit expensive to put down, but he's really good. Oh yeah, you may see this thing locally. 8 locally. Each person could put down 8 pianists versus, let's say, Galactic Gunner. People can only put down 12 of this tower globally, which includes every person. Every person's tower count counts towards this 12 counter. Next up, Heavy Gunner. One of the really good early game, yes, definitely early game, but definitely not. This guy's not early game. One of the best or better late game towers. Very much so outclassed by its mastered form Galactic Gunner. But Heavy Gunner is amazing. Very great. Excelling in ground control and single target. Boombox. This guy is great. You should get him on your team. He can double the damage output of your towers by doubling their attack speed. He is amazing. Hyper Laser. Hyper Laser is better than Heavy Gunner in my opinion. It shoots slower, but it does way more damage. And it's got its masteries, which do a lot, but they are extremely expensive. If you're going for masteries, get Galactic Gunner over Hyper Laser masteries. Wizard, to be honest, he's pretty bad. I never see people use this guy, and for good reason. He is not that great. Rockstar. pretty much just Boombox, but for damage. It only gives 50% damage, while Boombox also gives 50% attack speed. But Boombox has an ability that gives 100% attack speed. So Boombox is better. If you had to use one or the other, bring Boombox. Shielder, an amazing support tower. He does damage. I don't really care for the damage though. I have him entirely for protecting my towers. Mainly Mr. Ticks or my Overseers, because they're important. Next we have the Corsair. He will make you money. He actually makes a lot of money. He's expensive. I would rather you use Mr. Ticks if you're trying to get someone for money. You can use Corsair if you want, but I would say only if you want, just because you should probably not use him in solo, because I'm not sure if his money gain is enough for it to be viable in solo over just using Mr. Ticks. But then again, you could just use both. Next up, General. The most expensive tower, and the best support tower in the game. He gives plus 50% range on level 5. But he's also got level 6. This guy will make you a ton of money as you level him up. And he will do a ton of damage as you level him up. On max level, he does like 30,000 damage every like 25 seconds, and you can lower it down to like 12 seconds or 10 seconds with the power of Boombox. So yeah, General's great, but he's expensive, really expensive. You should not use him in solo games. Next up we have Machinery. Machinery is great. He does a ton of DPS. He does kind of fall off in the later game. He's not too viable for hard mode. In the earlier half of hard mode, he's really good. Later though, around where the Bloxer comes out, wait for it, out of 50 he kind of just falls off a lot. He doesn't do as much damage, or the enemies just have way too much health. And yeah, that's it. Terminal Garage. This is just Spawn, but it's got cars. These guys will not stop on the track at all, while Spawn and Barracks will. Why use this one? Because it's a goated. This does a pretty crazy amount of damage. Just a ton of damage. So much damage. But I would not recommend using it in solo because of how expensive it is. Now we're going to move on to the exclusive towers. These guys are exclusive. They take a lot. They are either limited or they require you to be a challenge. Cake Battler. First little update event, you could get this guy. I didn't play the game back then, so I don't have him. Survivalist. He's fine. Pretty much required in Grandmaster mode. But you get him from the Undead Coming event. Or game mode. Because it's still in the game, you can still get this guy. Headless Jack. He is, I believe, the first reward you get from beating Bloxer's Dream, which is still in the game. You can still get this guy. He's pretty fun to use. He's very, very interesting. Snowballer. This guy is Buns. He's bad. He sucks. I guess he's kind of a support since he slows down the enemies. But he sucks. He can't slow up bosses, so he's Buns. And he was from the Christmas event that's happening before the 50 million event. Anyways, next up we have the Moderator, possibly the best early game. It's debatable actually between Moderator and Pinata, but Moderator, he stuns every enemy type that he hits. Like if he hits a running guy, and there's a couple of slow walking guys next to him. But there are like 50 of the running guys, so they're like all across the track scattered. Moderator can hit all of them at once. And when he hits an enemy, they get stunned. It's crazy. This guy is really good. And he can be good later with his max level, giving him an ability that just lets him insta-kill anything under 2000 HP. And there's a mastery that allows him to insta-kill anything under 4000 HP. Him being able to insta-kill already is insane. On top of the fact that he can stun, and that he's an insane early game tower costing $600, I believe, or it's $400, I don't know. Yeah, moderator is great. Next up we have Pinata. This guy is also limited. You can only get him by completing the Release Party Revenge event, I think. But he's a really, really good early game tower. He can actually beat all of yellow mode by himself. With the help of buffs, I suppose, but I'm pretty sure they're not required. Next up we have Lumi. I don't have her because she is from the Christmas event right before Snowballer. So, I didn't play the game a year ago, so I don't have her. Next we have the Brute Biker. He is still obtainable through the Road Rage game mode. Very short but challenging. And yeah, that's all of the towers. I've showcased how to play the game. I've showcased the enemy types. I believe that is all you may need for a beginner's guide, other than locations. There are some fun little map locations for challenges right up here. Confusion, Daloons, and What? These guys are hard, and you will not beat them, and they require you to level 25. Next up will be the special little event side mode events. They are level 15 locks, I believe. Funny thing, the incident, which is the one you get the moderator for, you can just jump down here and you can land on the platform. That's already there. Yeah, maybe on your second try you can get it easily, but yeah, just jump right here. Boom, I'm here. We have the incident, all of that fun stuff. The incident is a real challenge, and it's hard to solo. I made a video on how to solo it, but it needs moderators, so yeah. But incident used to be the Bucks grinding method. People who know. Currently, the next event is not done. It's coming soon though. And now we have Clan Wars to work with. Clan Wars, it's the best Bucks method for Bucks grinding method right now. But Bucks is literally useless. Only used in cosmetics, with skins, and little placements and selling things. Yeah, there's a lot of skins. And now, after getting sidetracked, we're going to go to our side modes. We want to go over to the hangout area. Oh, I don't know what that does. /UWA. It doesn't do anything. Pretty much you go into this little elevator, you click the screen button, and it takes you here. They've got their merch down here, but this is not what we're looking for. It looks very tough, but it's not what we're looking for. We're looking for what's up here. They made this a lot more accessible now, by the way. You can climb these trusses, and look at this, you're out. Hamburger apocalypse. Wow. So, go to the right, Undead Coming. Go to the left, Blocks Your Dream. Over by the Blocks Your Dream, or just in the back, we have a painting. Very bizarre painting. I suppose it would be kind of bad if I just, oh no, I tripped, and wow, I touched the painting. No, look at it. Look, I'm on the little platform. It's incident. Yeah, you just go through a painting to get to incident. It's very, very cool, very interesting. Yeah, that's it. I believe this should cover everything for a little bit of a beginner's guide. This game does have a dictionary that allows you to play songs inside the lobby. There is update log, which shows you the update logs. It actually shows you all of the update logs after the rewrites. Shows you the logs from the boarding party. Which I this is what they got back of the they had a master form, which is great. Yeah, all these little things. The Christmas conundrum. Yeah, the snowballer one. Clan Wars Part 1. That's where we are now. Update 1.7.5. The Clan Wars update. And yeah. Never mind. Daily rewards. This doesn't exist yet. I believe it stopped working after the rewrite. The dictionary you can also use to find all of the enemies in every mode. The traits, all of these traits, force field traits, temporarily immune, freeze resistance. You could just look through these if you really need to look at all of them. But they're pretty simple. The green mode, I'm pretty sure they give you a little tutorial anyways. Here are your tags. You get these by just pretty much playing the game. Follower, join the group. Hacker, beat the incident. True sword master, beat green mode with a 2x multiplier or higher. Doomslayer, beat hard mode with Doombringer's blessing, by the way. Dreamer, beat Bloxer's dream. Reanimated, beat the undead coming. DD Grandmaster, beat Grandmaster mode. This is definitely the hardest one, even though I beat it first try. And then exponential power, beat 2x yellow mode. I don't have 2x red mode because I'm not pro enough to solo it, and I hate playing publics. But yeah, anyways, I believe that is it for this little tutorial. I hope you learned at least one or two things, or maybe just use this for just some help with the game, which is why it's here. Stay motivated, and the update will come eventually. But yeah, I think I will see you all in 7 years.